Next question. How do you handle making a client local across all platforms, websites, GMB, et cetera, if the client is a remote employee and federal regulations require the use of the far away company address? Like in the case of a financial advisor working from a New York City-based company, but from his home in Plano and Texas, where he does almost all of his business in the surrounding area. I don't know. I mean, I don't know that you could do it with the Google business if the regulations are such that he has to list his business address in New York City, which is where the home office is, I guess, like the corporate offices, I mean. But he's working in Plano and picking up clients in his local area, or their local area, I should say. I don't know, because I don't work in an industry where those types of regulations are, affect us. But if you can't get a Google business profile in that location legally, or even because Google just is a pain in the ass for getting Google business profiles right now, then the only thing I could suggest at that point is just, again, a bunch of organic stuff, right? You can still rank organically. You could build a site, optimize the site for the local area, local terms. So financial advisor, Plano, Texas, and then all of the variations thereof, and rank all, we just talked about Google site, Blogger, a self-hosted site, press releases, YouTube videos, potentially. You could rank all of that stuff in the organic section, maybe not in maps, but in the organic section. That's the next best thing. You could also do Google ads. That can be super expensive, but you can have Google ads appear at the top of the page for keyword plus city, keyword plus near me, right? Those types of, or just the general keywords, but you set your geo targeting. So you can do it with Google ads, YouTube ads, display ads, Bing ads. There's not a lot of traffic on Bing, but there's Bing. And by the way, financial advisors, I don't know, maybe retirement. I don't know. I was going to say, like, Bing is typically used by older people more so than Google. Believe it or not, like, that demographic is older that uses Bing. And so, like, in certain industries, it makes sense to be on Bing and to make sure you're optimized for Bing and also on Bing ads and that sort of thing. So that's something else you could check, right? Ads is a surefire way that you can do geo targeting in your specific area. But you can also do it with organic SEO. Maybe not so much in maps, but everything else. Press releases, Blogger, Google sites, all the Google properties that you can use besides Google Business, self-hosted website, press releases, just a number of things that you could do.
Yeah, my only add-on to this would be, and this is not legal advice, please check with your client before doing any of this. And I know that financial advisors have some really strict clauses, especially if they're working for a company. So this may be a no-go. But is there a way he could have a personal potential Google property, whatever it is, a Google site, GBP, whatever it is, that represents himself in a financial way, but not as a financial advisor and not as a workaround, but just putting it out there so that he's getting some more exposure, and not using the company name. Again, this may not be legal, may not be available because of his contract with the company, but that's kind of where I would go, and kind of thinking too about what Bradley said a couple questions ago about looking at these other terms instead of, putting it up there as financial advisor. What else could he be represented as? Of course, making sure that it's legal and it's within his contract, but that may be worth talking to him about.
Yeah. The issue is not just the legalities of it now, but it's also verifying Google business profiles without a valid business location, because so much of it's turned to video verification. And those that are still getting, and we just had a discussion about this in the mastermind again, those people that are still able to get just a postcard and verify via postcard, those Google business profiles are getting suspended, like either instantly right after the verification number is entered, or within a matter of weeks, they're just suspended, even if nothing spammy was done. So the whole point is, it's, unless you have a real valid business location, it's really different. Like, forget the legal side of it. That is a hurdle that you would have to overcome, no question. But even if you could overcome that, it may be that you would be unable to even verify a Google business profile in that location. You know what I mean?
Well, in this case, I'm just thinking too, I mean, I agree, or I trust you on this, Bradley. I'm just thinking on my end that this would be a service area business where he's operating out of his home, but he operates online, I assume in this case. I don't know. So,
yeah, Yeah, but even for those, they still want verification that a business resides at the address that it was registered to, even if the address is never going to be published, which is crazy. It's that's why I haven't done it. I have not verified a GMB or Google Business Profile in months because of that reason. I've just been avoiding it. I've been talking about, if switching strategy from doing a bunch of lead gen stuff to which sucks because that's always been my preferred method. Or doing just lead gen on an organic and ads, Google Ads level, which is hard to monetize. It's hard to be profitable with lead gen and ads, at least in the industry that I'm in. Anyway.
Well, then you're gonna love this next question then.
Yeah, but we're just shifting strategy to just doing more client work which I'm not crazy about, but we have to evolve with what we have. We have to deal with what we're the hand that we're dealt. You know what I mean? So.